Morning and welcome to day 8 on the Fisherman's Trail. We're just leaving Carapatera without coffee because everything is closed and there was no free coffee in the accommodation. Damn! Anyway, today is a short stage with only 15-16 kilometers until Villa do Bispo. The weather compared to yesterday is very nice. Could be a little nice day. This is the third and final part of a Fisherman's Trail adventure. If you're new to the channel, make sure to watch the first 2 parts as well. And now let's enjoy the last stages and the amazing sunny beaches on the Algarve together. Something that I can tell you already, the trail is still as amazing and as beautiful as I remember it. I already said it in the other videos, right? But look at all this. This is for sure one of my favorite stages on the whole trail, because the views are insane, and after some days of rain, we were finally met by the sun again. The trail leads from high cliffs down until the beaches just to rise up again and give you once more spectacular views. All while crossing plenty of little creeks that were fed by the rain of the last days. So that's the last steep uphill section. This part is not to underestimate. It's probably the toughest one so far. I mean, look at the views, they make it all worth it. So the last 7 or 8 kilometers before Villa do Bispo are just backcountry tracks, dirt roads. So rather boring, but still at least we're quite fast. We're getting to Villa do Bispo soon, where they have coffee. I really hope they have coffee. And they did. Good morning from Villa do Bispo. We are only a couple of kilometers away from the world's end. No, it's Cabo de São Vicente, which is the southwesternmost point of continental Europe. So that's one of the highlights of the tour. 8 years ago, when I first hiked this trail, it was actually the end of the tour. So I started in Santiago de Cacem and went down until the lighthouse on the Cabo de São Vicente, and there actually the trail ended. And from there I catched a taxi with an older British couple. Thank you for taking me with you if you happen to see this. And I was absolutely hurt. I think the last 2 or 3 days I thought my feet was broken, when my foot was broken. It was only inflamed, but I was in incredible pain, to be honest. As it was my first long distance hike at this time, there was still a lot to learn about how to take care of your body and yeah, all that stuff. We always try to befriend the local cats, but some of them are really they are skeptical. So from here we can actually see all our targets for today. Right in front of us, I think it's already a city, Zagreb, famous also for their beer. And in this direction, I hope you can see it, already the cape with the lighthouse, where we're heading to first. So we made a little detour from the trail and we found this really cool swing. Guess what? Even though we thought that they wouldn't get better after finding the swing, the views on the coast made this one another epic stage. Which was easy to walk most of the time. Just about a kilometer before the lighthouse, it's a bit tricky with huge stones on the path. And soon, we were nearly there, Cabo de São Vicente. Perched on the cliffs of Cabo de São Vicente, this lighthouse marks a headland once believed to be the end of the world. The current lighthouse began operating in 1846, though signal fires had guided ships here since the early 1500s. An early tower was destroyed in 1587 by Francis Drake. Beautiful, good to be here for the second time. Yeah, don't expect solitude here, it's also a well-known place for campers, bikers, other tourists. Beautiful, we're gonna try to find a protected spot now to have some lunch and then continue the last 8, 9, 10 kilometers to Lagos. Just below the cliffs near the cape stands Fortaleza de Vilés, a small fortress guarding one of the most exposed corners of Europe. Built in the 16th century to defend the coast from pirates and naval attacks, it formed part of a defensive network protecting the strategic cape. Huge holes. You can hear the water. You can't see it. This is how some of the accommodations look on the Fisherman's Trail. So this is common area. The rooms are upstairs. It's our room, a simple bedroom, but a nice one, also with a balcony. There's also a huge kitchen, which I don't like too much because, like, the most important things, the coffee machine, like this one is fucked, and this one is very slow. Anyway, we pay. I forgot how much we pay here. $40, so 20 per person per night. But this is off-season prices, so I think as soon as it gets warmer and more crowded, it will be more expensive. Also don't know yet. So far we are the only people here. Oh, wait, there's a garden as well. There's no garden. It was also close to the beach for a swim and an amazing sunset view. Good morning from Zagreb. Only 2 more days, only about 40 kilometers left on the trail, and it took us about 10 coffee shops that we passed until we found the open one here in Lagos. Well, anyway, we got coffee and are ready to go. Today's goal is Salema, I think a little town. It appears that it was a fishing village and now is rather a fancy place. There are not so many accommodations. So this house here is for sale, and we're thinking of buying it, but we might have a second thought. I mean, it has its peaks with the view, definitely. And there's already some furniture inside. I've lived in flats that looked worse. Seems like today is the day of abandoned buildings. Windy. done. This rather challenging day didn't only have abandoned buildings, but more and more of these views that make the Fisherman's Trail so unique. And we also finally befriended one of the locals. So viele Flöhe. Ich spür's schon. Our new friend doesn't want us to leave. Du bist so ein Cutie Pie. So ein Cutie Pie, du hast kleinen Ohrwascheln. Ja, so süß. We found the perfect lunch spot with a view. So there are a couple of differences between hiking on the eastern coast and now the southern coast. Western coast, of course. This was the western coast, this is the southern coast. Here on the Algarve, the south, it's a bit calmer. The sea, it's not as brutal as the west coast is. I think the cliffs sometimes are even higher. So it looks really, really cool. While the coastlines and also the beaches on the west coast were pretty wild with high waves because of the winds, high waves rolling in. Here the beaches are way calmer. So here it's easier for us at least to go for a swim. And I think it's both sides are nice for surfers. Down there are some caves. Gonna explore them now, I think. So here we are, the caves. Huh? Okay. It's pretty cool. But over there are naked people, I don't want to film them. And also the tide is coming in, so we have to move fast, I think. So behind me there is a huge, really nice cave. I mean, the caves, they don't go in that much, but they're really cool. But there are people and I don't want to disturb them. Still want to be respectful. This is not the official way. This is rather a shortcut. It's a bit wild, but yeah, not too tough, a bit steep, but that's how we cut off, I think, nearly 2 kilometers of way, so whoop. Overall, I don't recommend this path if you don't have a head for heights. I mean, it's not as steep as some of the cliffs that we already hiked, but still it's I think this path doesn't really excuse mistakes. So now we're actually hiking through real native macchia here. It's not always so easy to find it in Portugal, but here you have a lot of juniper and like a couple of different kinds of rock rose, like this one here or this one. Yes, and rosemary, of course. Here you have some pistachio, and here's some kermes oak. Because most of the trail you actually only see ice plant and eucalyptus, or this also Australian acacia, which is highly invasive, all three of them. Again, I try not to get too deep into the topic, but Mossy Earth, they have a project a bit north of the Fisherman's Trail where they target ice plants and try to get rid of them to save some endemic cliff plants. So I will link this video as well, and if you're interested into the topic, you can have a look yourself. Afterwards we passed some more beaches until we eventually reached Salema. So we took a shortcut and I think we're in someone's garden. Okay, warum schießt man auf die Schuhe? We made it. We were in the garden, but it was a rather lost, like abandoned building. Naja. Good morning from the last day. We already left Salema behind us, which is good, and heading to Lagos now. So I'm not sure, 20 bit more kilometers left, and then it's done. We have about 5 kilometers left until the first coffee shop. Why is everything so dirty? We have about 5 kilometers left until the first coffee shop or bakery. They will serve us great coffee and other goods, I hope. On this part of the trail you get a lot of information about the local flora and fauna. Here we have birds. Right upstairs we had some shrubs and bushes and stuff. Really interesting. Found another abandoned building. I must note that we left the trail. It wasn't on purpose, but we left the trail. Now we found this, which is nice. So there is the town where we have breakfast, and back there, I hope you can see it, that's already Lagos. We're in the last few kilometers. Nice. And also we are super lucky with the weather. You can see there are a bit darker clouds, but it shouldn't rain today. But from tomorrow on it should be like a week of rain, especially tomorrow should be heavy rain. So we will hide in our apartment and wash all our stuff and recover our bodies. If you happen to be on the trail on calm days like this and the sea is as calm as today, I recommend to have a few breaks and have a look on the water, because the waters in front of Portugal and especially here on the Algarve are the home to many dolphins, a lot of dolphins. That's also why many providers here offer dolphin tours. I recommend, if you do such dolphin tours, only do it with biologists. These are sustainable tours that the animals don't get stressed out. Yeah, but overall you sometimes, if you're lucky, you can spot them from the coast already. So what's also really cool here on the Algarve are the tide pools. Stuff like this, that there are small pools that get partly uncovered and where there only a part of water is left in a pool because they are full of life. For example, here you have a Medusa anemone. When leaving the town of Luz, we already could see the last proper hill that was between us and Lagos. With over 100 meters, that's actually one of the highest points of the whole trail. So from up here we can see what we covered in the last few days. So this is the town of Luz or Luch, or however you pronounce it, and over there is Sagres. Just yesterday morning we started from Sagres, so that's the distance we made within the last 1.5 days. So we reached Lagos. Immediately we find coffee shops and stuff, and now we go to the lighthouse, and afterwards we go to the harbor. Maybe we even go to the trailhead at the train station. So we're about to reach the last lighthouse here on this Cape of Sagres, or whatever it's actually called.
Lagos.
Oh yes, Lagos, wrong town, I keep mixing them up. So this place is actually called Ponte de Piedade or something. And this cape is also known for the rugged cliffs and cave systems beneath the or inside in the cliffs, which obviously I can't show you because we're on the cliffs. Last few meters we just passed the fortress and now we reach the promenade, which we follow basically until the station. We have to cross one more bridge. That's it. So these were the last meters on the Fisherman's Trail. This hike remains one of my favorites. It isn't as challenging as the Leakin Way or as remote as the Jordan Trail, but it has its very own highlights. We endured rain, wind, rivers and other challenges and enjoyed the local cuisine, the beaches and some really nice accommodations. And for me personally, there's also a lot of nostalgia included as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it! Rota Vicentina here, that's actually the starting ending point in the south on the bus or train station in Lagos. Whew. I finished it twice. Anna finished it the first time. How was it?
It was really cool.
Perfect. Really looking forward now for a relaxed day tomorrow. I think we won't leave the bed. Maybe to get some food. I just want to lay down and rest my legs. The last few kilometers on the stones were a bit harsh for the feet. Overall the trail is as amazing and as beautiful as I remembered, and I can highly recommend it. I have the feeling that this isn't my best work, this isn't my best video. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed it. If so, please like, subscribe to the channel, watch my other long distance hikes, watch my other travel videos, and as always I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.